So I think this is working now. Alright. Cool. So it looks like it's working. I'm gonna hold on and see if I can see anyone coming in. Gonna give this a minute to wait and see if people want to jump in. Alright, good evening everyone. Okay. Let's give some time for some people to jump in here if they want to. How's everyone doing tonight on this very hot and sweltering Wednesday night? Let's see if I can do this, if that'll help me. Actually, this gonna help me much. Forgive me while I get a few more things set up just to make sure. Whoa. So that doesn't need to be up there, that can be up here, I think. Alright. Is that gonna help me any? No. Okay. Alright. So, got a really fun card I want to build around tonight, and I was actually hoping that I could get you guys in chat to kind of help me out with it a little bit. I'm going to be building around a card that Kevin Broberg was talking about on the 4Checks cast. Let's see, what should I call this? So, the card in mind is Zeru's Flames. Because Kevin said he wanted to make this card work. And I think it's a really good card that I've actually tried to make work a couple times, and I wanted to see if you guys wanted to come along with me on this deck building task. So Zeru's Flames is a 7 difficulty, 1 check, very, very dangerous card. 0 mid block, 5 mid 7, Fury and ranged. As a response, after you play an enhance during this attack, your rival commits 1 non-character card in their stage. So this card is really good at just tapping your rival down completely, especially if you have a lot of repeatable enhances, or just a lot of enhances you can spam. This is a very dangerous card to play because it has that one control, so you gotta be very careful. But I thought we would take a trip through UVS Ultra and build 3 different Zeru Flames decks, because I have 3 different characters in mind that I think can really abuse this card. So let's start with the least of them. And I think that's going to be on the fire symbol. And that is with Brad Boimler acting captain. So this is a 7 hand size, 21 health character with fire, order, and life. And he says, enhance, if it is your turn, each player discards 1 card and draws 1 card. And if there are 2 or more attacks in any player's card pool, each player commits 1 foundation. So this could be a good way to tap down more foundations on our that our rival can't deal with. And then response, after a rival commits 1 or more foundations during the enhanced step, this attack gets +1 or -1 damage. So in this deck, I think the Zeru's Flames becomes more of a heavy hitter, because each time you play an Enhance, you get to respond with Zeru's Flames to commit a card, respond with Boimler, get a damage. So I think that's what we're going to do here for this character. We're going to start here. We're going to get our Zeru's Flames. And then I'm going to pop this open in another tab. Cool. So we got our Zeru's Flames, which is not necessarily a kill condition, but it is a very powerful card here. And we're going to look at standard cards, because we're not going to do too much future standard stuff. Fire Symbol with Life and Order attuned, I believe it is. Zoom in on this. Life and Order. Okay, so Life and Order attuned with the Fire Symbol. Let's see what other attacks we can run. Alright. And if anyone in chat is watching, all one of you now, because I lost the other 4, if you have ideas that you want to drop in the chat, let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys think. See, we wouldn't want something big like Strategic Detonation, although this is another card I do want to build around eventually. We don't want attacks that we're going to have to lead off with, so probably sticking away from higher difficulties because we want to lead with the Zeru Flames. Bullseye Shot, if this attack deals damage, rifle flips a foundation. Not bad. If your last attack dealt damage, this attack gets 2 speed, 2 damage, so this we give a 5 mid 5. Not too bad on a 4 diff, technically 5 diff. We're not playing backups, we're not doing Titan backup things or shift attacks. Not feeling the Warhammer Strike. Titan Artillery Shell could be kind of cool, because if this attack deals damage to a character, your rival loses 3 health. It's gonna hit, because if we tap all of our rivals' stuff down with Zeru's Flames, it's just gonna guarantee that 6 speed is gonna push us through. So we could probably push this in a little bit. Plus it's got Breaker 1, which is really nice. We need to worry about Armored Blow, Covert Dagger, Bungie's Last Stand, no. I'm dealing with assets. We don't need the Swift Rescue. Thunder Spear Barrage could be good, because it's a 3 diff, which is really nice, but also we can give it -4 speed to get +4 damage. So if we know our rival can't block us, we can boost this up to, you know, plus a 1 high for 6, which isn't bad, especially if we can give our attack speed. But I don't know. The reduction of speed, we'd have to see what else we can do to gain speed. Rip Apart, this is a Fury card, the Zeru's Flames. Titan Artillery is ranged. Let's see. False Visage, if you're at maximum Hammer Launcher. Helper Harm, so this could be kind of cool. Your rival commits a foundation. If they cannot, they lose 2 health. We can just auto burn our rival for 2. And after we block with this card, we can gain 2 health. So this is pretty useful to us. And it's another 0 mid block, which is great. A lot of mid blocks here. Gathering, gain health. Spell a weapon attack, discard 5, clear another card from the combat. It's not really helpful to us. Enchanted weapon attack, probably not. It's a slammed throw. We can freeze rival foundations with Tavern Brawl. For each attack you reveal, freeze a rival foundation for each non-attack at +1 speed. That might not be bad, because we can make this up to a 5 mid, a 5 low 5, or freeze up to 3 foundations total. not shabby. Orphan Maker, we're not a mage. Frenzy and Fury. If we block, doesn't count towards progressive. Oh no, it just doesn't count towards progressive to build foundations. No. Hunt for Karanch. Inconvenient duplication. They commit a foundation or they freeze one foundation. So I'm pretty sure if they don't have any foundations to commit, they would have to freeze a foundation. So that's pretty cool. We could do a little bit of freezing thing. If this attack deals damage, freeze a rifle foundation. If we play shoot the moss, our rival's always going to choose speed, right? Like there'd be no reason for them to give us more damage. Gain 2 health on pad power for free. Drake Shove. Charged Alien Sploof. So this could be neat because as a blitz, our rival must commit a foundation as an additional cost to play enhance abilities. But if they're all tapped out, they're not going to be playing much enhance abilities, are they? Haymaker's fun, but I don't see us needing it. Attack deals damage, your rival discards a random card, draws a card. Lethal Slash, we're not going to be playing the low, too many more low check cards in this deck, I don't think. Yo, Peyton, what's up? Sorry, I'm trying to split my focus between chat and what I'm doing. I'm still a very not experienced streamer. So we're cooking up decks with Zerus Flames, because me and Broberg were talking about it, trying to brainstorm how to make this card good. And I've got a Fire Boimler deck that we're working on right now. Then we're going to work on an Order deck and an Air deck just to see kind of what we can do with this card and take it to the max. I chose Boimler Acting Captain for Fire because that response gives a huge damage buff to Zerus Flames. So that's what we're working on right here. And we got Spell Ally, punch me away out to Diplomacy. So we don't really have a ranged thing here. Add a card with print the difficulty of 1 to our hand. It deals damage, gain health for each of our momentum. After this attack deals damage, your rival readies one of your foundations. Okay. Let's see, what else? What else can we do? Device Rampage, Lop Off. This is just 6 damage here. That could be good. Offensive to retake Wall Maria. You know, I have a better idea for that card, so we'll come to that later. Discard a card and draw a card. Besiege is fun. Let's see. This could just be a 7 damage move. Don't know if we want any more mid blocks though. 3 more attacks in your card pool. Discard 1 card. If you do, add the top card, you deck your momentum. No. We're trying to keep it to a lower difficulty on the attacks because we've got Zerus Flames. We have 9 or more foundations. This attack is 3 damage. 3 low 6. That's not bad. Let's see. What else can we do here? This attack deals damage, it does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. Could be fun. Just do it as our second attack and it doesn't count towards progressive. If we have 9 or more foundations, this attack gets +1 to each of its keyword ratings. Horse Toss is just hilarious and sad. Having a stage full of capture the target. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to make Zera's Flames work for a while. Like, almost every set, I've kind of come back to it. It's a build around kind of like plow through enemies for me. So I was like, you know what? Broberg mentioned it. I'm kind of interested in it, so let me pick his brain. And we both kind of are at the point where it's just step 1, play Zera Flame. Step 2, step 3, profit. If your rival has more foundations than you, freeze rival X foundations. X equals the difference. We could run a freeze style. Freeze one rival foundation. We could probably do something like that. Freeze one rival foundation. If your rival has 2 more frozen foundations, draw a card. Problem is, a lot of this is mid blocks, and I'm not wanting to do that right now. I've already got so many mid blocks here. I do love the help and harm just to force health loss here. Blocked by attacks. I do like pressing the advantage, but I think I'm gonna focus on a low. You get drunk in fighting? Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a low checks order deck for the order symbol character. Freeze one rival backup or foundation, but that's the only attack from a card pool. We don't want to do that. Let's see. Spend momentum. Our rival must reveal a low block in order to block this card. Let's see if we have any more, like, if this attack is not blocked abilities. Add a momentum to your hand. Destroy rival foundation. Grenadier, that's kind of funny. Piercing Ice Wall, freeze up to 2 foundations stunned during this attack. Big freaking explosion. Spirit Lollipop's kind of neat, because we can just use it in our hand, remove it, for Zera's Flames, get a damage boost on Zera's Flames, and gain health. Again, so many mid blocks though. Do I really want to put all of this into mid blocks? I suppose after this is your rival destroys a foundation, remove this card. I suppose what we could do is take out some of the other mid blocks and just see what other cards we have access to here. If we play mostly, I don't want to say if we play mostly mids, it's fine, because we're a 7 hand size. Them's squishy people. We need damage here. Ceiling cards. 3 high 6, that's not bad. Pierce, Tongue Tank. 1 damage for each attack in your card pool. Bad Guy Roundup. If you have more ready foundations than your rival, draw a card. Absolutely. That's funny. Last attack was blocked. This attack gets -3 difficulty, +2 speed. +1 for each ready foundation in your stage. Each ready rival foundation, we're not dealing with that. Let's see, smaller. Can't believe Jetburn is rotating next year already. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because we're also gonna lose like all of this, you know, villain, League of Villains. So we're gonna lose stuff like Vile Seizing. It's gonna be weird. Let's see, what have we got here? So maybe we can get rid of the artillery shells. Go back to Thoughts on Wish Hard? I don't know if I have the discard outlets to make it really worth it. Let's put 3 of these in here. Because I know it does get the stun too if your rival has 6 or greater ready foundations. But it would really be good if I had a way to also discard it so I had access to both sides of the card. Let's go back to the front here. I love Dexterous Assault. This is one of my favorite cards from the new Apocalypse set. Just being able to change your block zone when you block is staggeringly crazy. I love it. So let's have put here. No low blocks on our attack so far. 7 highs, 11 mids, which we can lose 1 health for each attack milled this way. Jaw Titan Trap ain't bad. +1 speed for each 3 foundations in your rival stage. No. Nothing advanced. No. Because we mainly just want to tap them down with Zera's Flames and then see what else we can do. Just to throw damage on stuff. First attack you play this turn, because this could become a 4 mid 7 on a 6 diff. 6. Stun 1. Not focusing on the outwit. I still kind of dig Thunder Spear Barrage, but I'd want ways to boost our speed. If we're on the fire symbol, I'm sure we have ways to boost speed. Let's put 2 of those in there just in case. Alright, so that gives us 20 attacks. And I think, yeah, no low blocks on our attacks. But that's fine. We can supplement our low blocks with foundations and such. So now let's check out assets. Military airship is hilarious, because we can just pick up our Zero Flames and hold it for the next time. Mighty 9. Plate of the Dawn Martyr. Ooh, I like the Titan Stone Knuckles, because we can commit a foundation, give +2 damage and stun 1. Respawn, they commit a foundation. Stun 1, respawn, they commit a foundation. That's pretty cool. I dig that. Let's put some Titan Stones in there. Badgie can give damage. Soup can give damage and gain health. But I don't know if we want to play that much green cards. Check out actions. After Roxas, no, Kaya's, no, Brave Volunteers, no. Each player commits a foundation when you play this card and change the zone of this attack. So this could be cool. It's another mid block though. Trying to get away from some mid blocks. Kodo avoiding conflict. Barrier Shield is just good defense, especially when we have a 1 check in the deck. Let's crank that up to 4. Alright. Let's see. Do we want any pink cards? Sure, not sure if we want any pink cards. We can give speed with Spiraling Fetch, we can give check boost with Sean. Sacrifice, add a Fury attack from your discard pile. Zeru is a Fury. So we can pick up a Zeru's Flames or a bad guy roundup. Maybe a cheeky one-up wouldn't be bad. Just to pick it up. And I think that's all the pink cards we're going to play. So now on to our foundation base. What are we going to do here? Quick destruction. After your non-throw attack deals damage, remove it. Not bad. Next Fury gets -1 difficulty. Responses. We need enhances. Our attack gets 2 damage, and if our rival cycle, draw a card. Commit a foundation for +2 damage. It's not bad. Flip, discard an attack, draw 2 cards. End the cycle is good. Just some really good speed hate. Wall counter, -2 damage. I don't think we're gonna do See the Ocean. This attack is -3 damage. This attack back attacks your character instead. There are 4 more different keywords. We're playing United Front. Moment of Normalcy, absolutely. Those are just good cards. Cycle of Violence, Everlight's Grace. Rival can spend momentum. Strong windup if we had more of the 6 diffs, but we don't. We only have the Zeru's Flames. Let's see here. What else? What else we got? Persuasive Talent, Blight Staff, Confidence. Alright, I like Daring Swordplay. It's got Breaker, it's a low block, and it gives us speed, which can guarantee our stuff hits. Actually, attack is 3 damage, that's kind of neat. We can try to rip attacks off the top of our deck. Attack is blocked, next attack is Frenzy. Both players can draw cards. Freeze a ready rival foundation. Not gonna worry about that. Stickler, special assignment, tricorder scan. Sacrifice foundation after attack is played, choose any number of players, they each gain health. I do like Don't Do This, though. This is really good, because we can discard cards to gain stun, and then we can just continue to stun things out. So Don't Do This is really good. We'll put that as a 4 of, because we need more low blocks. -1 damage. If we have more committed foundations than our rival, we're not going to. Our rival will always have more committed foundations than us. Brief Respite. Defend the City is good because it's a 6 check and a high block. Duration time, we're not doing a whole lot of health gain. Flip a foundation for +1 damage or -1 speed. Fury or Titan attack is 2 damage. 2 Furies, though. I don't think we're running any Titan attacks. +1 damage if you have no cards in your hand, -2 damage instead. Maybe. We're not doing a lot of discard here. Repay a debt. Sacrifice for the cause. +X damage X equals the block modifier of the discarded card. And we can protect our damage, so that's not bad. Sharp weapon, we can just get +3 damage. Spend a momentum for 3 speed. This attack is +2 speed. Let's put that in there just in case case we need the speed boost. The main issue is we're going to be trying to just tap them down and make sure that they can't block it that way. Lifting bond, we can gain a little bit of health there. Minus speed. Here we go, freezing rival foundations. This is a good way to spend our momentum here. Commit is attacking stun 1 and 1 damage. That's kind of nice. Nullifying force. Stacking sprinted speed. Sacrifice to commit a rival foundation. Incubating's good. Some good speed hate. Latent skill helps us draw. I do like the Master of Drunken Fighting. Add 1 stun attack this way. Technically, our attacks are not stun. Lose health. Fly. Let's see. Wait for -2 speed after you lose health. Effect that discard your momentum. Our hand size is never going to be less than our rivals. If your rival has blocked this turn. Stopping for breakfast. This is good against actions. I think I'm going to worry about that though. Pyromania. How many of my attacks actually have fire? Zera's Flames. Bad Guy Roundup. Spirit Lollipop. That's it. Target down, commit stuff that gives a damage penalty. League interview could be nice. Let's see what our card count's at. We're at an even 60. And hey, for trying to go through and not do as many mid blocks, I certainly outshone my mid blocks, didn't I? Holy crap. I was like exclusively going for non-mid block foundations. Let's take another peek and see what we can do for some mid block foundations. This actually looks specifically for mid block foundations. So we try to boost these zones a little bit. Let's see. Like Memories of the Fallen, but I don't think that's going to help us here. Unrelenting Brute can help us protect our damage. So if they try to reduce our damage, we can get more damage, and it's a 1 diff, which isn't bad. Let's see what else we got. Some more 1 diffs would be good, because we do have that 1 check foundation, which makes early builds really tough. Desperate Plea. Second Rescue. Buying Time. Check is +2. Growing Unease are we just first use flip the draw card. Primitive Desire might not be bad just because it's a 0 diff. Just throw it in there for some early builds. Commit for +1 damage. I don't think so. We could do a Curiosity of Armin. Just because if we have 9 or more foundations, our attacks automatically get +1 speed. That's pretty good, right? This attack is stunned. Our block modifier gets -2. We're not milling. Not doing set the record straight things. Kind-hearted. Next check to play an attack is +1. Only playable if you have 10 or more cards removed. We're not removing cards. I do like League Interview. Just for the 6 checks. That gives us a what? 72. Alright, we can trim this down. So, we can probably trim this. Second thought, we don't need the League Interview. Make the skill. Let's do Master of Drunken at 2. Let's put Barrier Shield at a 3 of. And let's just... let's keep the 1 Grish's Titan just because it's not bad. So 67. Not a bad start. No, not a bad start indeed, I don't think. So that's kind of my thought on the Fire Boimler for Zeru's Flames. Again, because of Boimler's response to give a whole bunch of damage when our rival's committing things, it can turn Zeru's Flames itself into an unstoppable bomb, and then we just follow up with a bunch of other attacks that our rival can't deal with. So now, let's move on to the order symbol, shall we? I want to save air for last because I have a really fun idea for air. So now, let's do ZF2. Because I know who we're doing here. We're going to go standard. Spelled it like my friend's name, not like the actual name, Krista. So Krista lends Order and Chaos. After you discard 1 or more cards, put 2 wall counters on this character. That includes if you review a card. Enhance, remove 1 wall counter. This attack gains stun 1. This helps with these Zero's Flames committing everything. Enhance, remove 4 wall counters. Choose 1 card in each player's discard pile and add them to the top of their deck. So we can try to stack better checks on top of our decks. So we're going to be Order and Attune Chaos, standard. We're going to start with Zeru's Flames, because this is going to be the attack we're building around. So because we have this 1 check and this big 7 diff, being able to stack our deck and kind of control the top card that we have is going to be really important. So let's start with our attacks. We have the Zeru's Flames, but what else can we do here? Because we're going to want to keep the difficulty kind of relatively low. But again, because we can stack the top card of our deck, it's not exactly as awful. And we would probably want cards that can help us discard to gain our wall counters. And of course, we can just play normal wall counter boosting stuff too. Not gonna deal with that. Add 3 wall counters to a card in our stage. If we weren't already playing a 7 diff, I would absolutely choose that. Trap, rapid transformations, rushing forward. We're drawing. Need more for, like if we can find some cycle draw, that'd be nice. Draw a card and add a card from the the top of your deck, from your hand to the top of your deck. But if this wasn't a 6 diff, I would absolutely do that. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Freeze 1 for each rival foundation for each attack you reveal. This could be cool, but I'm thinking if we're going to be playing a sort of seal pile, that I'm going to want to play something a little different. Because this is where I think playing the bad checks won't hurt us too much, because we can find ways to stack our deck. So I'm thinking cards like, where'd it go? Draw a card if you have a wall counter in your stage. This is cool. We also built the top card of our deck. That's neat. But I'm thinking here, offensive to retake Wall Maria. Reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add all ranged and or weapon cards revealed this way to your hand and discard the rest. So we can get our Zeru Flames, because it is a ranged card. See, you kind of see it right there, ranged. So I'm thinking of adding maybe 2 of this. Izanami. So we're looking ranged weapons and discarding stuff. Flipping foundations, gaining momentum. Oh, this is a neat range. To reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, this attack gets X damage, X equals the highest difficulty. So we can just get plus 7 damage for free if we reveal a Zeru's Flames. That's not bad. But it's not something you want to bank on. Distressed Constellation, freezing a rival foundation. This has no keywords though. That's a charge. Here's a weapon. There's also a charge though. Pressing the advantage. Also a charge. This isn't a weapon. Okay, so maybe we're not going to play the offensive to retake Wall Maria, because we're not getting a whole lot of weapons. Oh, whoops. I hit that at a 4 instead of a 0. So, with pressing the advantage, we commit a rival foundation as a blitz, and this attack gets X damage, X equals the number of your rival's committed foundations. So this gets a huge damage boost, especially in conjunction with Zeru's Flames. And then with hindering the Armor Titan, we can freeze a rival foundation, and then grab the moment, we can freeze a rival foundation. So trying to freeze our rival's stage is really helpful. Wall Artillery can add some wall counters and just boost us a little bit. I know a lot of people love Wall Maria's Might. I like it too. I only have like 1 of them, so I'm not thinking I want to add that there. So, 19. 19's not bad. Let's see what else we can do here, though. Charges. Patchwork Baby's kind of hilarious. If you have 8 or more total keywords in your card pool, this attack is 2 speed, 2 damage. All of our stuff has 2 or fewer, so that'd be really hard to do. Huh. Add 1 card from your discard pile to the top of your deck if this attack is not completely blocked. Okay. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. Ah, here we go. We're gonna walk the dog. We're gonna Zeru's Flames into walk the dog. So let's actually just get rid of that. Freeze a Foundation. Your rifle may discard one card to cancel this effect. This tech gets plus X speed, X equals your rival's committed foundation, so it's pretty good. Sarah's Flames. Let's see what else we can do here. This attack deals damage, freeze one. Foundation committed by this card's stun ability. We're not focusing on the stun ability, though. This attack's speed is 5 or greater. Freeze a rival foundation, we're not boosting speed. If we get Vile Seizing. Freeze one committed rival foundation. And if we've played a stun ability, this gains 2 speed. So, let's see what we got. Let's just bump this up to a 4 of, and that gives us our 20. Yeah, that's our 20 attacks, we can do that. So, now let's go on to our non-attack cards. Let's see what assets we have on Order and Tune Chaos. Cabal's Ruin, we can give... Wethvar, not bad. Calm Badge, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. This might not be bad for us in terms of the whole stacking the top card of our deck and making sure we're not checking complete dog water. So that could be good as like a 2 of. Item box, of course. I do love League of Villains Bar. I just don't know if we're going to be able to play that. I played against someone with a League of Villains Bar Krista at Nationals, and that was absolutely hilarious. Magic Boost, we can give speed damage. Draw cards. We can give Powerful or EX. Interesting. Guys, Guidance, Coinma Task. Runaway is good. Do we want any backups? Do we want any pink cards? After we spend 1 more momentum, this attack gets +2 or -2 damage. Yelena. No. Mill 1 if it's not attack added to your hand. No, because we want to keep those non-attacks on top of our deck. Alright, so we're going into Foundations. Spend momentum, add an asset or backup to your discard pile. Add top card of our deck for momentum. Flip this deck as 1 speed, 1 damage. We are wanting some discard outlets. So what have we got here? -3 damage. Building cards. I do like Visions of the Survey Corps just because we can add wall counters to our stage freely. Moment of Normalcy is good. Are we a Survey Corps? We are a Survey Corps. So we can do Survey Corps, Hope of Paradis. Because this is just a really good defense card. Just being able to continuously ready itself. Inspiring Song, we can mill 3, get +1 or -1 to a check. Soothing Grog's Rage is hilarious. Like the Daring Sword play for speed and the Breaker. I love tarot reading because we can stack the top card of our deck and then declare what we want it to be. Oopsie. Don't do this, absolutely. We need our discard outlets. Other self is fun, returning things to printed speed and damage. We do like long range support, so we can discard and draw. Moving. Outwit, flipping cards. I do like Historia's Decision. We already put a 3-diff in here. We did Other Self. Okay, so that's probably all we'll do for that. Not dealing with punches. Annie's Gamble. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 random cards. I'm not a big fan of the random there. I do like Horrifying Realization though. Because, again, more discard outlets. I like Squad-Based Betrayal. I don't like that it's a 3-diff here. We can spend momentum to freeze things. That's nice. We do like getting wall counters. Let's do 3, 4, 5 walls. What else can we do here? Keyword abilities. A card type for the top card of your deck. That's cool. After you check a copy of the card you're trying to play, draw a card and ready one foundation that has been ready. This would be cool since we can stack our deck. I just can't think of any time I would want to check the 3. It's, especially on an attack, that's not something I would like. Fighting for control is fun. Rest, drunken fighting, set the records. Ooh, set the record straight. We would need a lot of draw support as well, and I don't think we have a lot of draw support. Final Test is good. I do like the acrobatic style of readying itself. Botan's coaching, absolutely. What else have we got here? What is a symbol? Okay, discard 1 card and draw 1 card. I do like that because we can discard and we can stack the top card of our deck, so that's really nice. Let's put that as a full buff. Good attack gets 2 damage. If we were playing any good attacks, but we don't have any, because we don't have the good symbol. Let's see what our deck looks like here. 77, that's a lot. Let's take the comm badge down. I like the runaway. Where are we at here? Massive amounts of low blocks. Massive amounts of low blocks. Let's take out the daring sword plays. We're not worried about blocking and speed. Let's get rid of the Historia's declarations. During FGC, the build around is Zeru's Flames. I've built a fire deck around it. This is an ordered Krista deck that I'm working on. And the whole idea is use Zero Flames, tap your rival's whole stage down, and then just beat their teeth in. It's pretty fun. I chose Krista for the order build around because you can stack your deck to make the one check not so bad. And you can use wall counters to gain stuns. You can tap everything down even faster. I built the fire deck on Brad Boimler, who could focus on boosting damage while your rival's committing cards, which is really strong. And then air is going to be next, and that's the one I'm personally excited for. What do we got here? 21, 23, and 26. I'll cut this to a 1 of. '69's fine. So that's going to be the Krista. Oh, sure. What's your Krista secret sauce, if you don't mind sharing with the rest of the class? Yeah, that's going to be good. Right. So while I'm waiting on the Armor Titan Rush American's #1 hero, actually, I do have a deck similar to that with the new Armin. Every attack in the deck says that you're not allowed to block it some way or another, or it rips a card out of your hand. It's so disgusting. But yes, the Armor Titan Rush America's #1 hero is a very gross ability, and if I wasn't already playing the 7-diff Zeru's Flames, I'd probably be working around that on a Chaos Order build. But that's going to be all there. So now we're going to get to the pièce de résistance. CF3. It would help if I didn't fat finger. Edit name CF3. So this one's going to be the air build. Tamaki Amajiki. So this is a guy that I'm kind of surprised has fallen off a little bit, because this dude was a menace for me for the longest time. 7 hand size, 20 health, air, chaos, water. As a static at the start of your end phase, you get to add 1 attack from your card pool to your momentum face up, just for free. As an enhance once per turn, this attack is plus X or minus X damage. X equals the number of cards in your face-up momentum plus 2, so you're minimum getting plus 2 damage or minus 2 damage. And then as a once per game, you can choose up to 3 of your momentum. If they're face-up, you flip them, and then you unflip them. And that's going to come in handy in a little bit. So now let's start with our build around Zeru's Flames. So again, for those just joining us, this card says that as a response, after you play an enhance ability during this attack, your rival has to commit a non-character card. So what's better than having a whole extra hand full of usable abilities in your momentum? So we are going to play a lot of fun stuff here. Gotta tag this open into new tab for me. Yeah, I don't know what that stream boo. I think that's just spam. Alright, so we're actually going to skip a lot of this, because there's only a few certain cards I want here. Trying to sell bots, I'd just ban. If I knew how to do that, apply. I'm not sure how to do that right now. I've still got people who say they're going to teach me how to do some of this stuff, and we just haven't gotten around to it because we're all very busy adults. But yeah, I'll figure out how to ban that in a bit. But we're going straight to. Actually, I could probably just sort by set. What am I doing? Dark Tournament. Because we want Armor of the Wolf. So imagine. You play Zeru Flames. Tap your rival down. Then you play Armor of the Wolf. And you use all of your repeatable enhances. If your rival can't play enhance abilities, they're going to have to pass. Armor of the Wolf is just going to get into a massive bomb. So, Zeru's Flames into Armor of the Wolf is just gross. So that's what we're going to focus on here. We're going to throw in some Armor of the Phoenix, some Armor of the Ape, and then we're going to go to Undaunted Raid. I like Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken, but we're not going to be able to commit a whole bunch of stuff. But Clawstopper is fun. And Chicken Kick, I believe, is good. Let's see what our attacks are. 21, that's pretty fair. And our zones are kind of all over the place, which is good. So yeah, aside from the Zeru's Flames, every one of these cards can go into our momentum face up and really push our rival down. Oh, Seaweed Slugger, I forgot about this. First form, seal a rival foundation. Enhance if you have more momentum than your rival, destroy a rival asset, or add the top card of your deck to your momentum face up. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, so that's our attack line. So now let's go for assets. And remember, the whole goal is to Zeru's Flames, tap our rival down with all of our repeatable abilities, and then play into an Armor of the Wolf, and use that momentum to generate massive damage on Armor of the Wolf. I don't think we have any assets we want to play, because none of them are really, like, repeatable. You cannot play more than one of this card's abilities during each enhanced step. So we can get speed and damage, that's fine. I do like Cape just as a defensive piece. Let's go into actions. I do know next card you play gives my suit difficulty plus 2 speed. So this would be funny to play just to make Zeru's Flames a 7/7. I don't know if we're going to want to do too many action cards, except for maybe Manifest. Other than that, I think we're good on action cards. Do we want any backups? We're not readying cards. We're not technically spending a lot of momentum. Yeah, we're not going to play any big cards. So let's go into Foundations. Discard a card after your attack deals damage. Attack with difficulty 4 or less. No. Dedicate your heart. Sacrifice the foundation. Ready a foundation that's not been readied. Not bad. Flip for 2 speed. Helping out. Clear a block. Play this card. Clear. Your next attack is 2 speed, 2 damage. Clear 1 card from your card pool. I do like Finally Free because we can just snap momentum, but we do need like our momentum face up, so I don't think that's going to be helpful to us very much. Flip for 1 speed, 1 damage. This is our first attack this turn. It gets plus 1 speed, plus 1 damage. Momentum. We know you need Moment of Normalcy because it's just too good not to have. Moving a lot of cards. Inspired Song, Magic Traps, Rogue's Rage. Rejuvenating Spell is kind of just a repeatable free first enhance. Maybe. Simple Technique. Tusk Tooth Crew, once per turn, draw discard. I do like Run Idiot just for some speed hate. It's just a really good card in my opinion, just to try to perfect block something and then gain some health. Makes our squishy 7-handers last a little bit longer. Discard to your hand, build one card from your hand face down, your attack is minus 2 damage. Your attack gains speed, it gets 3 damage. Clearing, we're not playing a lot of weapons. Long range support. Mill 1, get +1 speed, +1 damage. Let's see. -2 speed, no. We're not playing kicks or punches. Your next attack is -2 difficulty. We don't want to spend our momentum though, not until we're ready. Not until we're good and ready. This attack deals damage, your next attack is 3 damage. Not bad. Jin's parry is just a good card. Flip for 1 speed, 1 damage, that's just nice. If your attackers receive speed and damage bonus, stun 1, not bad. Some like repeatable stuff. Granted, we do have, we do love Mikasa defeats a female titan. We do have a lot of repeatable stuff in our momentum. That's kind of our goal there. Sold by the abnormal. I don't want to sacrifice too much. Let's see. Moth Monster. I do like Shobijin's message. This card's just really good defense. Life of Danger. We are playing the 1 check, so that is very good. Our ranged or weapon attack gets +3 damage. Like a rabbit. Curious about quirks. Rancor. Alright, so now we're getting more into kind of what we want here. Cruel Intent. Your slam gets 2 speed. If it deals damage, your rival flips a foundation. Slam, 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 not slam. So that's not bad. I think I'd rather do like Fearsome is good. Steaming Sphere's powers is good. Weightless. Nice Try is always useful. I mean, Lemillion is repeatable for just damage or speed. It's kind of just a one-off. Nijiray-chan can get us some damage. Vast Hybrid is good. Your attack is +1 speed for each of your momentum, max 3. Yeah, so most of our repeatable abilities are going to be in our momentum, so I think that's kind of what we got to focus on. 57 cards. So we need mostly highs and lows. Let's see. Let's return sacrifice to ready something. This could be good as like a one-up because it can ready something that we have already used. Spend momentum to draw. Unsealing cards in our stage, interesting. flip to ready more cards. I do like the rejuvenating. Let's see, what else could I do? Sacrifice, mill 1 if you mill the foundation. This attack gets 1 speed. If it's an attack, it gets 1 damage. I don't know if we really want that, though. Here, type 6 damage. The next one gets 3 damage. Draw a card. Type 6 or greater speed gets 2 damage. Remove for 3 speed. Commit for 1 speed. Roar. Six or greater. Maybe we're counting on you ain't bad. Because we might get +3 damage there. So now what's that look like? 63. That's pretty good. So that's going to be the Air Tamaki Amajiki, focusing on going from a Zeru's Flames into an Armor of the Wolf. I think that's just a really powerful 1-2 punch if you can get it to work. And then if you have, like I said, a whole bunch of these attacks with repeatable abilities in your momentum, you can just say, hey, I'm going to tap you down, and then I'm going to just blow you up. And if they have no foundations, it's kind of hard to block a 5 mid 7 anyway, especially if you're giving it like 1 speed, or like 1 damage, or another damage here. So it's just really cool, because then you also have Amajikis once per turn and once per game, because once you use all of your momentum abilities, if you then flip them and then unflip them with the once per game, you can use them again that same turn, because they're treated as new cards. So Armor of the Wolf can then just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you can just spend all of your momentum on your EX and your powerful, and just really dunk down your rival really hard. But yeah, that's going to be my Zero Flame stream. Checking out a really strong 1-check attack that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, because it's got a 1 in the bottom corner. But I love this card. I've always been looking for new ways to try to play it. I think Amajiki could play it really well. And then we've seen the Krista and the Brad Boimler, which offer a couple of different ways to play it. So thank you for joining me, chat, in the stream, joining me live. If you're checking this out on YouTube, please leave a comment on what you thought of the decks, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So take care, guys. I will see you later.